welcome to Austin. We're on the campus of the University of Texas and on the UT practice fields where the Longhorn football team is still trying to get back to the winning form that it hasn't seen since 2009. One of the keys to their success will rely greatly on the play of the quarterback. So who's it going to be, David Ash or Case McCoy? There have been quarterback battles at Texas before. Chris Sims and Major Applewhite, Jevin Sneed and Colt McCoy. For 2012, it's once again David Ash and Case McCoy. Both are taking the competition by the horns.
That's why we came to the University of Texas, was to compete and play against each other every day, not just on Saturdays, and to be the guy calling the shots and enjoying Saturdays in front of 100,000 people. And I mean, that's part of the process. But one thing that I kind of put on my shoulders is every day, not only am I competing against him, I'm competing against Connor, I'm competing against myself every day to be the best I can be for this team.
It's the University of Texas, and when there's not a quarterback competition, whenever there's not that, it just doesn't feel right when there's no competition. I was competing all through high school for jobs, and the coaches made it clear in high school for me that you have to win the job every year. And I don't think it's any different when you get to college.
After a full season of splitting playing time, who will start at Texas is yet to be determined. Both Ash and McCoy bring something different to the field.
David's a guy that's got some ability that he can pull the ball down and run it. He's physical. I think he's got a very good grasp on what we're trying to do offensively.
I want to go out on the field and I want to just be a great decision maker, and I want to be a smart quarterback who enjoys pressure.
Case has a very good feel out there of making some things happen when the plays broke down. He can extend the play and do some things.
I think my biggest strength right now is my leadership and my knowledge and my, just in front of the team. I feel like I have a position to have a voice on the team.
Case has a lot of confidence when he's out there on the field. He's always looking, for ways that he can, help the team win.
Both guys understand what we're trying to get done. Both guys understand what their role on the team is as far as playing that position. And each guy brings a little bit something different to the package, which makes it good. But they're similar and close enough to where if either guy's playing, we don't have to change what we're doing offensively. Each guy can go in there and run the system and be successful at it.
Texas has a lot of talent returning on offense. Malcolm Brown, Joe Bergeron, and Jackson Shipley are just a few. But offensive coordinator Brian Harsin knows a large part of Texas' success on offense will revolve around the quarterback play.
Oh, a tremendous amount. I think that's for any offense. Everybody talks about that. Every offense is quarterback driven. It's really true. I mean, you really base it off of what your quarterback can handle, what he's good at, and he's the one that's touching the ball every play. So you got to base it around that. And so we want our quarterbacks to play well. We want them to do their jobs, get it to the playmakers, but it really comes back to that guy.
I don't think as an offense we're still where we want to be, and that affects them. We've challenged our receivers, our running backs, and our offensive linemen, tight ends, to help the quarterbacks. Everybody talks about the quarterback, but he got to have help. We dropped some balls last year. We didn't have protection well at times. We're running the ball better, and our real focus this spring has been on our passing game. And we've improved it a lot, but I still think we have some a ways to go.
If David Ash and Case McCoy aren't where you want them to be come fall, and you and Harsin both talk about and decide that, is Connor Brewer plan C, or do you have a plan C?
It's still too early to figure that out. I think David and Case will be where we want them to be. They've made tremendous progress. They're moving forward. We had to play Garrett Gilbert as a freshman. We had to play David Ash as a freshman. We didn't play. We put him in a few games, but really weren't fair to Case McCoy as a freshman because he only played 9 plays. But you redshirt Colt McCoy, you redshirt Vince Young, you had to play Chris Sims, you redshirt Major Applewhite. You would rather redshirt your quarterbacks if possible. So we'd still like to redshirt Connor if the other 2 guys continue to progress and stay healthy and move forward. And then we've got Jalen Overstreet coming in as well.
For now, it's not about choosing the right guy for the job. It's about preparing both for competition. But there will come a time when Mack Brown and Brian Harsin will have to choose a starter.
Everybody wants that one quarterback, and that's a scenario that works. And the one thing is, though, that starting quarterback, the next guy's one play away. That's what everybody doesn't realize and talk about a lot. And so I want to make sure that, our starting quarterback knows what he's doing, but the backup is ready to go as well.
The guy who can make the best decision, make the best throw, not just play well, 2 or 3 practices out of the week, but, play well every single practice and go into the games and carry it over to the games and play in the games well, I think that's when the quarterbacks will be able, the coaches will be able to pick a quarterback.
Though David Ash played every snap of the Holiday Bowl to end the season, as you look at some of their statistics, it was actually Case McCoy who had a better completion percentage, more passing touchdowns, and more yards per game.